Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to DADBEAR DIY and our DADBEAR Downtime videos. Today we are going to do our third video on our Getting Started in Space Engineers in 2023 in the Learning to Survive scenario. We finished all the hard, arduous, I'm going to call it administrative stuff as far as going through the settings and whatnot. We are just straight into gameplay and continuing the tasks that we will need to do in this scenario to finish it. So from here, we're just going to continue to go from area to area until all the tasks are completed, so you guys can get a idea of the playthrough for this scenario. And that's where we're at. So we're not going to waste any time. Let's get right into this. No more super long videos. Set a timer for 45 minutes. That's the low end. I say I don't want these videos to really be any longer than an hour, plus or minus 15 minutes, just depending on what happens. So let's see, we do have an unknown signal. Let's run out and grab that real quick. Glad to have you guys back. Thanks for coming back and checking us out. I appreciate all the views and likes I've gotten on our first two videos. Really enjoying it. Trying to work out some of the kinks. A lot of the stuff I'm finding is just it's me not having that much experience doing these videos. Trying to work on the audio quality, trying to speak up a little bit better than I was previously so you guys can hear me and I don't put you to sleep. Oh, look at that. We got a Saberide plushie. That's a rare find this early, but that's cool. That is cool. Let's go ahead and grind this down and get these components. I did try to turn down the sound effect volume just because these tools are so loud, and I turned up the microphone volume, but I know this is probably a really loud audio experience. There is a mod that you can get. I think Splitsy made it. It's called Sneaky Tools. It lowers the volume of the tools because they are very, very loud. Of course, if you put your sounds to realistic instead of arcade, it probably doesn't sound quite as loud. I have been pondering what we might do after completing all of the tasks for this scenario, because once you do that, you can kind of decide what you want to do. You want to keep playing, you can do that. If not, call it quits and move on to making your own scenarios or playing a new custom game. And I guess we'll decide when we get to that point. I need to, I don't know which platform. I think Ship Tools is where we were. Yeah, the construction facility is where we are at now. We will put this in our cargo container, and then we'll go down and we'll look at these tasks. I know we've got some broken stuff here that's going to need to be fixed, but let's start with our task menu. Okay. Let's find out what the task is. Useful utility ship here, but it needs to be repaired. The required components are likely near your current location. Restore power to the utility ship. Well, that's kind of what I expected. We did see that the batteries are incomplete on this, but it won't take much to get them going. So we're going to right-click that to add that to the build planner. Right-click that to add it to the build planner. I didn't see anything else that was incomplete. We can always verify that by jumping inside the cockpit, hitting our K button, and looking for anything that has incomplete on it. Nope, we're good. Let's throw on our, let's make sure we don't have anything hidden. Nope, okay, so we just need to repair these batteries. My guess is that we might find those components here in this storage compartment. I'm going to middle mouse click to pull everything. We'll do a quick inventory here. There is uranium. That's really good to have. I don't know if that's going to be something we're using on this. I didn't look to see if we had a reactor, but we're going to middle mouse click. That's going to pull all those components. Go ahead and repair these batteries. There we go. We have restored power. Now it says enter the cockpit. Ship tools are useful to build and deconstruct blocks quickly and store large quantities of components. Select one of the ship's tools in your toolbar and use them to escape the hangar. Press P to turn off the landing gears. Well, let's see if first of all if our landing gears, oh, they're green. That means they are locked to the ground, so we will have to unlock those. But this is, okay, so the task they're wanting us to do is we're going to use one of these two tools. You have a grinder and a welder. Use one of these to escape the hangar. Well, this is the most obvious escape point. We could go up through the top. Those would be much easier to replace. These hangar doors are so expensive. You can see all the components, but these are mostly complete. Like the biggest draw is those steel plates. I would really like to repair these rather than grind them down and have to rebuild them. So we're going to try to go out through the top. Let's find out if there's actually even enough room for me to do that. Oh, it's going to be close, but we might be able to do that. It'll be a lot easier to replace that stuff than these doors. Okay, let's go ahead and let's see. Toolbar already has the block tool set up, so 1 will select the welder, 2 will select the grinder. 3 is our spotlights. Just so you know, spotlights are tied to the light command. So I usually don't, I mean, there's really no reason to have the spotlights on here. If you hit L, it's going to turn your lights on or off. So we don't really need to have that there. We do have landing gear. Do we have any groups? We do not. So we're gonna let's group our stuff real quick. We're gonna do our batteries, of course, first. And this is gonna be utility ship, so we're gonna call it utility. And I'm gonna copy that real quick because we're just gonna paste that into our future groups here, utility, and this is gonna be bats. I'm going to get rid of the 2 there because we don't need it. I'm also going to add utility to that. Connector. We're going to add utility to that. Ion thrusters. We do have a lot of these. We're going to group these. Paste that in. Ions, just like we did with our miner. And then we're going to look up backwards. This is how you can do a search, and you can you can do a search and narrow those down real quick. And we're going to do like we did before, reverse ions. Okay. Clear that, and then we're back to our... Now, there is a chance that our mining ship may have identical named thrusters. So we might want to go in here and just paste in utility so we know that these thrusters are for the utility ship. We can, of course, go into the miner and give them proper names too with the miner. So we can identify which ship they are on. This can only, this can create a problem if you've got 2 ships connected to each other via connector, and you get in one and you turn on your thrusters to go do some work. If it shares the same name as the other ship, it could turn those on too, and you may not want those on. So that's why we're making a point of making these different. Now, even though we made the group with the old name, changing the name of these thrusters does not change the group. We still have all of our thrusters gathered here. Landing gear. We are going to group our landing gear together. And again, we're going to use gear just because it's quicker. I'm also going to get rid of this 3 and 4. Medium cargo 3, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to add utility to that. I'm going to add utility to these landing gears also. We should have, so we got gear, reverse ions, batteries. This is the main stuff we're going to need. We probably don't need to identify the welders specifically, but we've got our groups. That's going to be good enough. We do not have, let me make sure I don't have anything missing here. Okay, we do not have an antenna on this. We are going to close that. Beacon, 5,000 meters. For right now, that's fine. I don't think we need to worry about that. I'm going to add that. Same thing with your batteries. If you're grouped with, if you're connected to another ship that has the same battery names, that can cause issues. Okay, we're good. Let's add those to us. We're going to put batteries first. Go to our groups, batteries first. That's going to be recharge on and off. Ions, turn those on. Reverse ions, turn those on. And then we're going to add gear, and we're going to use switch lock. One of the things we need to do before we go, we need to make sure that our connector is not used for parking, and our landing gear, again, not used for parking. You can select auto lock. It's not that important right now, but we can use that. So, quick look at our ship here. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna try to go through the roof. So all of our stuff is on. We're gonna hit 6 to unlock, and then the task says to grind down the doors. God, I hate that. I wonder if I can just grind down 2. Or maybe we can grind them down. We're going to select 2 so we engage our grinders, which is going to be there. And when we hit our left button, you'll see those start to turn. I'm going to kind of get in the middle because I don't want to grind any of the blocks below it. Ah, well, that actually worked pretty good. It didn't take them all the way down. Maybe I can get out this way. Hopefully that will satisfy the task. No, it does not appear to have satisfied the task. Well, if we got to do the other ones, we'll go ahead and we're going to do it from the outside. There we go. We're going to roll back around. Turn around. Let's zoom in a little bit so you can see it. There you go. It says grind down the doors to escape. It's like it wants you to grind them all the way down. What a waste. To me, that is such a waste. But you know what? We're gonna do it. No. It does not look like our task. I'm gonna be upset if we just need to move out here. Oh, that might have been it. See, it said repair or grind down the doors. What a joke. Oh man, that makes me so mad. Let's go get this unknown signal. Coast. I guess that's my fault. I didn't read the directions closely enough. We got some more tasks out there. We've got pressurization and production. The production facility might be nice. One, two. That's right, I only have 2 reverse thrusters. Keep this in mind. We've got a lot more forward thrusters than we do reverse thrusters. It's going to take a little while to slow down. At 37 meters a second. It shouldn't be too long. I'm going like 500 meters. I'm going to go ahead and hit our reverse thrusters to get us slowing down. It's not too bad. Well, it is taking us a while to slow down because we're heavy from all that steel that we just ground out of those doors. Ridiculous. We're going to turn around and use our ample thrust to slow us down quickly. Okay. We're still slowing down though. This is because this is the direction we came from. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and jump out. Oh, got hit by that. That wasn't fun. There we go. Surprised it didn't automatically dampen us to it. Let's get something nice. Oh, we didn't get anything nice. Construction components. That's good. Well, at least we'll be able to use our utility ship here to grind down this item. Oh shoot, it's gonna kick it. I forgot. Oh, grinders can kick items if they're not stable or fixed. Oh, this could be a nightmare. All right, we need to stop that. We need to do this ourselves. Let's get right here, and we're just going to keep grinding. It's going to try to move around us, but we'll take everything we can as quickly as possible. Hold on, guys. There we go, guys. Sorry about that. Let's get this. Trying to keep my grinder there, my utility ship with it. I know it's got a beacon on it, but okay. There we go. All right, so what do we got next? Let's head back to our construction facility, check out what we've got there, see what we need to. We could probably offload some of this material, find out if there's a connector. Because we have 537 plate. We have a lot of steel plate right now, and that is pretty heavy. That's what's slowing us down. That's what those doors did to us. Should be able to stick those into the stuff I have in my inventory. I should be able to stick into this utility ship and it be used. I'm going to go ahead and start slowing down. I'm not sure how well that's going to work. We should be slow enough. There is a trick that if you are in a ship that does not have reverse thrust, it can't slow itself down. Which, if you're salvaging ships, sometimes that can happen. And you're piloting it back, you can use a spin technique. Remember I mentioned something about using your mouse to look at things or using the arrow keys? That sometimes the arrow keys are better. If I'm moving forward and I'm not touching anything else, and I hit arrow key, it will start spinning me like this. It spins you on a level plane, and what it will do is you can spin quickly. If you just hold this, it will gradually slow you down to 0. So that's a tip in case you ever find yourself in that situation. It is possible. We are going to have to come up with a new connector idea here for our miner and our utility ship, because now we've got 2 vehicles that we're going to have to hook up to our pod. But what I do want to do right now is we're going to replace these doors that we ground away for really no reason. Oh, slow down. Slow down. There we go. Okay. And we're going to put the materials that we've got collected in our utility vehicle back into the stuff we ground away. Let me take real quick stuff I ground out from the unknown signal, throw it in there. We're going to add airtight doors. Hard to find them in this menu right here. I'm going to just, if you put hanger, there you go. We're going to right click that. And we're going to place those. We're going to come back here. We're going to middle click so we can build planner. Okay. And while we have all the components to make one of these, we need to make 4. So we're going to lay out 4, and we'll come back and get the rest later. We'll get the components later. I'm going to right click that to add that last 3 plates. I'm going to right click, right click, right click. And we're going to go back to our utility ship. We're going to pull everything we can. We will pull the rest from our pod. Yep, that's all we got there. Yeah, we're still going to need a lot of steel plate. So, let's see, this one's already ready to go. Let's go ahead and build it up. Steel plate. plate. That's all we need. Okay. I want to go in here real quick, and I want to pull everything from this. So we got some steel plate here too. And we're going to place that back in our ship. There we go. That way all this stuff is, we're carrying this stuff with us. I feel a lot better about doing that. Alright, so let's see, do I have the ability to make... I do not. Yeah, we may need to mine a little bit to get some stone so that we can make the rest of this plate. Get this one done. Actually, we can probably get... I'll try to show you a trick here. We're going to take, see that 65 steel plate we have at the top of this? We're going to try to take that. Man. Okay, just enough. Alright, and we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to take some of this plate out of this top here. Add it up here. Close. Close, close. Take a look at this one. And as you can see, we've got 4 functional doors. They are not at 100% integrity, but we have 4 functional doors. And that's the point. You can always come back and add that later. Okay, so there's our airtight hangar doors. We're going to take these and we are going to group these. Construction facility. That's our new title there. We're going to copy that. Nope, I hit the wrong button. Sorry. Shift. There we go. Copy. Hangar doors. Okay. Why did I do that? Because we are going to add... We're going to add a button, a command to this button panel. We're going to go groups, hangar doors, and we're going to choose open, close. And now, when you hit this button, your hangar doors will open, or close, and open. We're going to leave them open for right now. And we can come in here and you can see that right there it actually says construction facility hangar doors. You can have it, you can have that say what it actually is going to do, but let's take a look at what else we have here. I know we had a broken door in this living area, so we should probably, let's go find out what is going on there. That glass is always very confusing. We also have, we can't make anything airtight up here because this is open. We'd have to repair all of this to make this open, so. But we can. We need a lot here. Do I have anything? I don't. Let's go ahead and add that to the build planner. We haven't even been able to explore that, so. Do I have anything in here that I can use? And a lot of steel plate. That's kind of really bothersome. That means we could probably finish off these. Possibly. I don't know why I didn't pull it out the first time. I think we were full. Yep, we got them all complete now. I did get this screen. Okay, yeah. Alright. display. See if we have a display in here. We do. Outstanding. Let's go ahead and pull the rest of this stuff. Because it's all going to go back into our pod anyway, right? Okay. Okay, now the red light here means that there's no power to this door, and you can't open it. If you hit F, you can't open it. So go in here, hit K, and turn the power on. And now when you hit F, it'll open and close. Okay, so let's go in here and see what we got. We got a survival kit that will not require much. We don't need that anymore. So let's go ahead and add the build planner there. Let's see what we have in here. Oh, we have probably all the components we need. Outstanding. I cannot withdraw 5 steel plates. Well, that's okay, because I've got them. Alright, we got another survival kit, guys. Another place we can charge up our power. I don't believe we have oxygen or hydrogen hooked up to this. We can also use this area to assemble items that we need, as long as we have the ore. Let's grab our medical components and that, because we are going to put that on the pod. What do we got here? Air vent. Huh. Wonder where that goes. Door 5. Oh, okay, so that closed our door. Toggle block. Oh, turns the door on and off. Okay. Outstanding. Oh, so we can pressurize in here. Let's see if it actually works. We need to make sure that air vent is on. There's a leak. See where that leak might go. Oh, we can't. Okay, we can't see where the leak is at this time. So there is something. We are not getting air. There it is. That's one reason right there. That would do it. This would do it here. We're going to need bulletproof glass for that. Let's put that in our build planner. And then we'll go out here. See if we have any bulletproof glass. We might. Make sure I didn't leave anything in the utility vehicle. Nope, we did not. Oh, there we go. I'm going to throw all that in there. We do have some bulletproof glass, so let's pull it. We're at about a third, a little more than a third of our capacity with that small container, so let's see. Let's go ahead and do this. This should turn. Okay. Alright, so this turned from yellow, which indicates that there's a leak, to blue, which means we are in depressurization mode. If we turn depressurize off, there we go. This should fill this room. There's not a lot of oxygen to do that. In fact, there's not enough oxygen available to do that. So let's take a look real quick. We have an O2H2 generator here. There's no ice in it, so it cannot, that explains it. It cannot produce any oxygen. So to save power, we are going to turn depressurize back on. That should be blue. And then, because air vents actually consume a lot of power, we're going to turn this off. There's no reason to have it on right now, unless we actually needed it. Nothing in the small container. We can still get power. This does indicate, though, that if we had ice in that O2H2 generator, we would be able to refill our oxygen and hydrogen at this location. So, but we're not in any great need for that right now. Let's take a look at what else we have in here. Alright, so this space, we have a hydrogen engine, is this? So we can turn that on to produce power. And we have an assembler. This is an advanced assembler. This one can build all of the parts. It can also disassemble, which is good. So our battery, is it good? Let's take a look. It's 2 days worth of power. Now if we want to save that, we can go in and we can turn some of these things off. Let's turn off that assembler. As you can see, when it's at full production, it can use 560 kilowatts. Statically, like if it's not doing anything, it still uses a kilowatt. So if we turn that off, it's not a bunch of power we're saving, but we're saving some. All the lights, everything that's these power panels, everything, they all use power. So, but we did make some progress here. This needs to be, I mean, it does need to be finished, you know, finished out, but decent construction. So there's no, the only thing I'm kind of disappointed with this is that there's no place for us to unload or load our utility vehicle from. So that's a little disappointing. Let's see, we've got 2 task areas. We have a production facility and a pressurization task to work on. I kind of want to mark, I want to see if these are GPS points. Are they GPS points? No. Okay. We do have an unknown signal that's got 8 minutes left on it, and it's not that far away, so we'll go ahead and take care of it. And we're going to need to start making some modifications to our pod so that we can add our utility vehicle to it. Man, we're getting robbed on the unknown signals here. We're not getting anything. I need a lava suit. Need a lava suit. Oh, we got some credits. A good drill. That'll be nice. The drill will be nice. But we'll get this ground down. Get these parts back. And we will modify our connector configuration so that we can attach both of our small grid ships to our pod. And that will be, we probably won't get through that before we call it a day. I said I would want to keep these episodes a lot shorter, so now the first 2 were pretty long, but since we're not having to mess with describing the different parts of the settings menu, I think we're going to speed things up quite a bit. Grab that canvas before we destroy this. And there we go. Construction. Yep. That's where we're going. Here soon, we're actually going to have to start modifying this pod to be able to carry and perhaps do some small basic industrial activity. That'll make it interesting. Alright, so I need some steel, because we are going to actually... I was thinking about putting a T up here so that we could just add a connector to the back and have the utility vehicle attached to the back. That's not going to work because we have a thruster directly underneath it that would fry that component and damage it. So we're going to want to switch these. We're still going to go with 2 connectors, but instead of one going toward the front, we're going to have them go out to the side. It's going to look silly, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Go ahead and disconnect. And we'll grind this down. Grind this down. We're going to add a T here, so 7. Should have, I think we'll have enough components to make that, barely. Need to make sure that nothing is getting put in here. There are things in here, that's great. Oh, that's not, yeah, that is, see, that stuff shouldn't be in here. Actually, that's, yeah, that stuff shouldn't be in here. I don't know why it is. It's a shit making space. That's all I was doing. Still need interior plate. Oh, I know why it wasn't transferring. I turned the power off. That's right. There we go. Turn that power back on. I'll be able to actually pull stuff from these containers. There we go. One of the side benefits of connectors is that they do have a storage capacity. So we are going to have at least a little additional storage since we'll have 2 connectors. That one up. Add that to the build planner. We don't need this anymore. We can get rid of that. We'll see what we can add to this. Add that to build planner. See if we can pull it out here. Okay, 27 steel plate was one thing. We got at least 1. We'll be able to pull the others from the other cargo. Do it from right here, actually. There we go. We're going to call this the pod. This is going to be starboard STBD. This is the abbreviation, starboard connector. This connector is going to be the pod port connector. For you nautical types, it's the left side. That way we know which connector is connected to or whatnot. Let's go ahead and move this guy over. So this is going to look a little silly because they're going to be sticking out from the sides like crazy little wings. But too low? Oh, not yet. Ooh, there we go. Connect. Turn off our thrusters, put it on recharge, and jump out, and we'll get our utility ship and do the same thing. Need to add the connector. Can't believe I did that. Did not do that. Switch lock. Alright guys, this is almost going to be perfect time. Woo! Bumped our ship. Didn't mean to do that. Did some damage. Not too much really. This worked out just right. We are sitting right at 45 minutes. The timer's about to go off. We're down a minute. 29 seconds. This can't get much better than that. Oh, there we go. 9. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to turn off our thrusters and we're going to put our battery on recharge. And guys, that is it. We have finished the construction facility tasks. We have we replaced the stuff we tore up. We gathered the materials that were available here. We fixed a survival kit. We know that we have a pressurized space if we need it. We have our utility vehicle working. We collected some unknown signals. Stuff is going good. The timer is going off. This is perfect. We are going to call it an episode. All right, so let's close up here. And on our next episode, we will travel to the next task location. I'm out of ice. I can't refill my hydrogen. We're going to have to go back to the platform, which isn't very far away. That's not too bad. And we are going to knock those out. I'm not going to bother moving us yet. We'll do that when we come back. We'll have to decide whether we're going to go to pressurization or to production. I think we'll probably do pressurization first because it's a little bit closer, but we're going to stop by our platform over there at 411 meters away where we started this scenario. We're going to grab some ice because I know there was some there, throw it into our O2H2 generator so that we can at least top off, and then good to go. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Kept it short. We knocked out those tasks and we'll move on from here. I appreciate you guys, all the views and everything, the likes for the previous 2 videos. I hope you enjoy episode 3. If you do, hit that thumbs up, and we'll have more coming out. So hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can be informed when we get those out. Thanks again for checking us out. Really appreciate it. Enjoying doing this. Be safe, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Bye.